Helping us here. Alrighty. Oh, we need music volume. Alright, so what is our first item? We've got a magic key. That's always a positive thing, right?
Yeah, fairy water and herb are the other things, so maybe I don't think fairy water will be that useful to start, because you will go for levels, but the herb could be useful.
Gotcha. Well, indeed. Well, our first encounter has a scorpion for Shoop and a slime, which is easily dispatched by Mr. Holmes.
Oh wow, they have hurt more.
Indeed. That's probably an issue. Hey guys, it looks like we're gonna get an actual commentator, so I'm gonna step out of here because I'm gonna let somebody else talk about this game who knows more about it than I do. So, have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, not sure I'm an actual commentator, but this is McGrew. Hello, everyone. Give me... Sorry, I'm kind of last minute here, getting things up.
So big gain here from 9, 5, 21, and 4. And Mr. Holmes finds Wimmeldar. Will he? I'm guessing he's going. No, he doesn't have money to buy keys for now, but it will be accessible. And he meets the fun police, and they know it more. That won't be fun until they get somewhere.
Okay, looks like both racers have reached level 4 anyway. Started off with Hurt More.
They also have heal.
Okay, they do have the heal spell on. Sorry, just catching up here. And Mr. Holmes reaches level 5. 8 hit points. I didn't see the rest of it. Didn't look like a huge gain, though. As Shoobinator, also reaching level 4. It's like Shoobinator is going with the Strength Agility build. It's his classic build. He seems to like that one. Mr. Holmes, Strength HP.
So big problems here is Shoobinator runs into a red dragon, and they won't be fun. They are called the fun police because once they show up, the fun does indeed stop. And with Hurt More, it won't get easier, especially at the beginning of the game. But maybe in the later game, when you will have Magic Armor or Eric's Armor, it probably will get better.
Yeah, that defense power of 9 for MisterHomes, and looks like 8 for Shoobinator. Kind of low. Hopefully, a few of these levels will get some more agility.
Big finds here. On Shoobinator's side, he finds in the treasury of the digital, the Silver Harp and the Edric Sword. That will help a lot. Here, big HP gains on level 6 for Shoobinator. And MisterHomes actually goes to buy more keys and will check what's in the basement of Ted Digital. And he finds the Jerk Cave. It's called the Jerk Cave because if you don't have the Edric's token, the Stones of Saliva and the Staff of Rain, he will just kick you out.
Yep, he says, "You have no business being here. Get out of here, buddy." Wait for the real Descendant of Erdrick to come along. Shoobinator reaching level 7, looks like. Or, yes. Didn't see what kind of gains he got, but it looks like their agility has come up quite a bit since the last couple levels.
What?
Dragon Scale and the Stones of Sunlight, and I didn't see what the third one was there for Shoobinator. He does don the Scale of the Dragon.
And he also buys the chainmail and a small shield, which will help defensively, especially with the... Well, we had low agility, now it's getting better, but still, it will help for the defense. And MisterHomes finds Kentlin. He chooses against buying the club and will try to find the coordinates.
Yeah, he's going to go talk to the old man if he can make it there. Looks like he might. He's definitely going to have to suicide his way out if he doesn't have any herbs, though. Ooh, quite a walk. 75 to the south and 4 to the west, I believe it was.
Yeah, I think the princess will be saved tonight. Unless they find the token in the armor before that.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way.
So Mr. Holmes will go straight to find the. He goes to the cave. Maybe he's going to save the princess. I'm not sure. But a golem ends his journey.
Yep, not going to be able to get past that golem right now. Not without the fairy flute. Hurtmore has no effect, and they do not have any. Well, he does have this Erdrick sword, but probably not enough strength.
And level 8 for Shoobinator, it's 7812.
Looks like Shoobinator's popped out to a little bit of an experience lead so far. Meanwhile, Mr. Holmes attempting to grind some blue dragons. No luck there. Just not succumbing to Hurtmore. And Shoob meeting a similar fate against the Armored Knight. Probably a little too early for these in-game enemies just yet.
So Shoobinator will buy more keys for now. And Shoobinator finds Breckenham. He doesn't want to check what's there for now, but he just he doesn't want to save for now. Actually heal himself. Level 8 for Mr. Holmes also. And Shoobinator gets the news that the princess will probably need to be saved.
Yep. Again, unless that happens to be the fairy flute, and they may not need it.
Big question is what will I think Mr. Holmes is trying to save the princess for now, and the blue dragon seems like a really hard guardian for now.
Yeah, it's tough. They're about 50-50 to hit with Hurtmore, and you need to hit him with 2. And he does have 95 hit points now. He might have a shot with it, but not going to be an easy fight. Going to require a little bit of luck. As Shoobinator finds the jerk cave. Looks like Holmes is just about caught up on experience, so they're pretty even now at this point. Fun Police with Hurtmore. He does get away. Takes out a Spectre. No such luck on the next Red Dragon. Send him back home for Holmes. Meanwhile, Shoobinator also visiting the Swamp Cave. Let's see if he can have any luck with the Blue Dragon here. And classic Shoobinator luck. Takes it out with 2 Hurtmores. Hits both times.
And he gets the princess. And I'm guessing he'll try to get that GPS, because honestly, going 75 south is not something you really want to do.
Yeah, most of the time there's not a straight shot to count that far, and so it's going to save them a lot of time to have the Goylan positioning system.
And MisterHomes finds Sheringham and gets his stones and also equips the dragon skill.
Yep.
And MisterHomes also buys the small shield.
A little extra defense never hurts. Didn't quite have enough for anything else, but didn't see what all Garanham had.
Well, there was a chain armor that Shoobinator did pick.
All right, I wasn't sure if he had got it there or somewhere else. Yeah, that's right. OPT, they're called the Fun Police because as soon as you start having a little bit of fun, they come around and squelch that right out. Red Dragons do not permit you to have fun.
Yeah, and we see that Shoobinator is really far from whatever is buried in the overworld.
Holmes finds the Staff Cave. Going to trade in his heart for the Staff of Rain. So now all he needs is the token to be able to get the Rainbow Drop. Yeah, we do have the coordinates. I think they were 75 south and 4 west, I believe.
Yeah, it was 75 south, 4 west.
Meanwhile, Shub now getting his Silver Harp, or rather his Staff of Rain. As Holmes looks like he's taking another shot at that Blue Dragon, to try to get Goylan. Yeah, 20 minutes in, level 9. This seed is moving fairly quickly so far. Having Hurtmore at the start probably helped a lot with that.
Yeah, and also having the Edric swords in the Tentacle Armory, and Rumildar that was pretty close from here.
Yep. Having the sword, Erdrick's sword, and Hurtmore kind of speeds things along a bit. Shoob's checking his coordinates, sees he's still quite a distance from whatever the item is.
And Mr. Holmes gets his GPS now. The big question is like with the both times that Shoobinator tried to use coordinates with Gwynen's love, he was really far from whatever item is buried down there.
Yes, it looks like it might be quite a walk, even with the GPS. Shoobers finds Garen's grave. He's going to try to make it to those 3 chests, but he's pretty low on resources right now, so... And Magic Wyvern looks like he's having none of that. Shoob's going to have to come back.
And Mr. Holmes is buying herbs and torches, and he might buy an armor of some sort.
Yep, looks like he's getting the chainmail.
So both runners have the same gear right now.
No, I don't believe we have found Kohler Hawksons yet.
Nope, I think those are the only 2 towns that haven't been seen yet.
Looks like Holmes might be setting up a gold grind. He's grabbing those 3 chests in Garenham now, even though he's got them previously.
And the Axe Knight, which is a really good enemy to fight when you have hurt more.
Yep, because most of the time one Hurtmore will take them out. Although this one looks like he's been lifting a bit. Even 65 damage didn't take him out. And I believe 65 is the max damage our Hurtmore can do. Ooh, Shoob, trying his hand at a red dragon, sees he can't do any damage to it. Does get away though.
And looks like MisterHomes is going to grind the blue dragon.
Yeah, he's either going to grind this, and he's probably going to grind until he gets low on resources. Actually, he may be suiciding here. Nope, he's fighting, so he's probably going to run out of resources, suicide, and then gold grind in Tanager. And there he goes. Let's see how much money he wins, Pat.
Yeah, big questions. Like, I'm guessing he wants the magic armor and the silver shield. I didn't check if they were really available. I was too busy. Like, I'm busy doing like tracking also. So we'll see where he goes with this grind.
Yeah, I mean, probably silver shield for sure. Either full plate or magic armor. Not much difference between the two, other than the slight healing and the hurt resistance with magic armor. It mostly depends on where he knows what's available. And yeah, he's still going, so it looks like he's looking for magic armor. Although he'll probably grab full plate if he doesn't see it.
And looks like Shoobinator is close to finding the key item. He's 74 north, 1 east, but that means that he needs to go 1 more south and 5 more west.
And he finds the fairy flute. Just what he was looking for, I'm sure.
At least he knows where Charlock is.
That's true. Maybe that's what the old man was cluing you into. Yeah, it looks like Holmes doesn't quite know where his equipment is yet, but he's looking. Yeah, that's true. Canuck, this may be a decent seed for the Death Necklace. And nothing in this shop either that he wants, so he's going to check the third shop in Cantlin. Alright, there's his shield. I did see the full plate there. He may pick that up. And he does. So he's going to be happy with that and just forget the magic armor. The two armors both have the same defense, the only difference being the magic armor heals you one hit point every 4 steps and reduces the damage from hurt and hurt more spells. But not enough of a difference to really go looking for the magic armor.
But with the red dragons knowing hurt more, it might help. It might hurt in the long run, but like we don't know where they will be. But like you will get the Edric's armor before you enter Charlock anyways.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, he may end up accumulating enough gold and pick it up if he sees it somewhere, but probably not too worried about it right now. Full plate is still a lot better than the chainmail that he did have. Yep, always one bottleneck stat, which is MP this time, looks like. Strength is probably about average for this level. Hit points are very high, agility is about average, and MP is a bit low still.
So I think on Shoobinator's side, it's mostly looking for other towns like Cole and finding also. I forgot the other town. Hoskness, and I think MisterHomes wants also to find that fairy flute that will lead him, and he does find Hoskness.
Yep, he does find Hoskness, so he'll immediately go over there to try to find out what that enemy is. Hoping it'll be something he can take down. And it's an Axe Knight. Should be easy enough. One hurt more should do it. And Erdrick's token, so he has everything he needs for the rainbow drop now. Only thing left to find is the armor. Neither player has the death necklace yet, so that may end up being in Charlotte Castle. I'm not sure which caves they found. I know they found Garen's grave, but I'm not sure about the mountain cave.
Well, I don't think we've seen that mountain cave.
Okay, so yeah, the question is, will they dive and look for the death necklace or not? It may not be worth it at this point.
It's still early to know, because right now it's your MP that is the problem, so they won't really. I don't think you would look for it unless your MP gets like a major gain in the next 2-3 levels.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably not going to look for Mountain Cave. They may stumble across it and decide to dive. It's not too far to walk down and grab all the chests, so.
Oh, and a good level up for MisterHomes. 12, 23, and 10. That seems like really good for thinking about other things, but like still MP is really low even with the 10 with 10 more.
Yeah, this hit points at 140 is pretty high. Yeah, DM Stewart, pretty much everything is randomized in this. Enemy stats are pretty static. Their enemy abilities are randomized. All of the enemy hit points have been boosted up just a little bit to match the remakes, the Game Boy Advance remake or sorry, the Game Boy Color and Super Nintendo remakes of this game. Obviously, the world map is randomized. The everything in treasure chests, everything in the weapon shops. Although weapon prices are still the same, all the prices of all the items are the same. Although there is a flag called Chaos Mode, which does randomize enemy stats and weapon shop prices, and even more things, such as Dragon Lord 1's health and abilities. Dragon Lord himself is not randomized. He is pretty well static, other than his hit points, which can vary between 150 to 165. As said, location of treasure chest, the 3 items you search for on the ground are randomized, as well as obviously the token spot, which is normally in the swamp in the vanilla game. That swamp obviously doesn't exist now, so it has a new location, and there's an old man in Cantlin who can tell you exactly where it is.
So as Enricax is saying, we all are looking for Cole where the Edric's armor is, but we might be looking for other things like the Death Necklace. The Fiery Swing wouldn't hurt you, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, armor can only be in 3 different spots. The token and the flute can be either in one of the 3 spots or in a chest. And one other change is the Death Necklace in the vanilla game only curses you and prevents you from entering the castle. In Randomizer, that actually curses you and gives you 10 extra strength at the cost of 25% of your hit points, your maximum hit points, which can be useful for fighting Dragon Lord if you don't quite have the strength for it. Sparkle Bridge sighting there on Holmes' screen. I'll bridge over to 1 tile. Yeah, Shoob is probably looking for the Death Necklace. He's the kind of player he will absolutely want to use it. Or at least it seems to be that way to me. Holmes, on the other hand, is just kind of up in the air whether he'll use it or not.
Question from the DM Stewart, what about the cave dungeon maps? They are the same. The only difference is, like, for example, the swamp cave, which will link to different places.
Yeah, all the cave layouts are the same. They haven't changed. Their locations obviously are different. Some of them could be in the back of Garenham or in the back of Tanager Castle, and the rest are scattered throughout the overworld. And one other change you might see there on Shoobinator's screen is the extra set of stairs from the throne room, just to make it a little faster to die.
And MisterHomes finds Cole, and he will get his armor right now.
Yep, armor for Holmes, so he is good to go. All he needs to do is grab the rainbow drop, which he knows where to get that from.
Yeah, also we still don't have heal more, so that is also one thing you will be looking for.
Yeah, it doesn't have heal more. It doesn't quite have the strength yet, although it's very close. But with this MP, there's no way they would have a chance, so they're going to have to grind a few more levels regardless. As we see Shoobinator doing his gold grind. I imagine he'll grind up to about 22,000, just like Holmes did.
And now with the Dirk's armor, it will really help Mr. Hobbs for navigation, because now he won't take damage from those swamp tiles that usually damage you. Now they don't, so it will may make him probably look for the places if he really wants to find, for example, the Death Necklace.
I get the feeling he won't go looking for it. He may check the treasury in Charlotte Castle. If he doesn't find it there, I think he'll probably go without it, unless they get a lot more hit points before then. Yeah, 68 agility is a little low. It's not terrible, but definitely red dragons and armored knights are going to be a problem in Charlotte at this point.
And Shoobinator picks up is Rinwood Wrap.
Yep, so the only thing left to him is to find the Erdrick's armor. So I give a little advantage to Holmes here because all he needs is the rainbow drop, which he knows where to get. Shoob probably doesn't know where the armor is yet.
Question from Henry Kanak: have they found a good grind spot yet? It depends. With the low MP, you've got Oskinus where the Guardian is an armored knight, is a knight, max knight. But the question is like with low HP, the low MP, how many times can you kill it? And looks like MisterHomes will do that right now.
Yeah, it's still probably the best grind spot right now because the other option being the Blue Dragon, they don't really have enough strength to fight it efficiently, and Hurtmore is much less effective on Blue Dragons than it is on Axe Knights. As we see Shoob's tour of the world looking for his shield and armor. Yeah, with 54 MP, I mean, you get about 9 kills or so out of this before you have to go heal up, but it's still probably the best option at this point.
What did the Shoobinator? I missed what the armor did he pick?
Oh, I didn't see it either. DM Stewart says magic armor. Thank you, sir. And I'm guessing he bought the silver shield as well, since he's doesn't have that gold anymore.
So we have level 13. Shoobinator is trying still to find coal. MisterHomes will go back to train in Hoskness, and hopefully he'll get heal more by the time this grind ends. And after that, he could maybe check what's in Sharlock. I'm not sure, but he will pick up his Rainbow Trap now.
And upon further review, Shub actually didn't get the Silver Shield. He was killed by a red dragon outside of Tangential Castle and lost half of his gold, so he only has the magic armor and small shield. Had to go back and review the tape for that one. So he may end up grinding again, doing another gold grind to get the silver shield later, but we'll see. As Holmes reaches level 14. Yeah, it's true beta. Depends on what his defense power is at that point. He is using the agility build, so he may just pick up a large shield at some point and decide it's not worth doing another gold grind. Oof, yeah, nice attack power boost for Holmes there. 137. Still not quite there for Dragon Lord, but he's getting very close. Then again, yeah, he's very close. With 148 health and 137 attack power, yeah, he may try it here.
Yeah, you still want heal more, because, like, you can't really beat Dragon Lord without heal more.
That's true, yeah, he doesn't have heal more, so if not for that, I think he would probably dive here. Yeah, I mean, with his current stats, he would need, so he's got 8 heal mores, he would, assuming he made it with all his resources, he would need about 2 double attacks, probably, to take out Dragon Lord. Should be easy to pull off with the 148 hit points. But, locking heal more, yeah, it's not going to happen. Yeah, and given that he'll have to grind at least one more level, it's probably going to be a free Dragon Lord fight. So this is turning into a bit of a jet seed so far. 50 minutes in, and Holmes is almost ready to finish it. Remember, 15 is 7,500 experience points, so he needs about 4 more Axe Knights to get that. Which means he'll have to go heal up because he's almost out of MP. Although, yeah, with this attack power, he may just grind. Looks like he's just going to keep fighting until he's dead. Which is about now. Quicker to just take the death and come back than it is, I guess, to find another town nearby. Yeah, grinding in Sharlock, with this Axe Knight being in Hoxton, that's definitely the best grind spot. Sharlock's going to be a lot slower than that, I'm almost positive. Although if he does take out this Armored Knight, that might get him the level. No, not quite.
The next encounter that gives you a lot of experience points should get him to level 15.
A curious thing I just noticed that is rare these days, they both pick the same sprite. And given the plethora of options in the recent versions, it's rare that you see two racers using the same one.
Is that the Sage? I'm not sure. From DW3.
I believe it is. I'm not sure either, though. There, taking out this red dragon will get him the level, and he's probably hoping for heal more, which explain why he didn't want to go quite back to Hoxton yet. A new spell, and it is not heal more. So, one more level for Holmes. Looks like he's content to grind on red dragons here in these mountains. Can't say I blame him. With this much attack power. Yeah, this fight's not completely free yet, but it's getting close. 78 agility is still a bit lower than what you want, but it should be okay.
And Shoobinator finds Erdrick's armor.
Alright, so Shoobinator has everything he needs except for experience. Yeah, that's true. The hit points are going to make it easy to get double attacks. I suspect Shoob will stop in the treasury looking for the death necklace. I don't think Holmes will. That's my prediction. Oh, it's true, Canuck. Yeah, there's no need for the death necklace, but I just have a feeling he will get it. As he goes diving into the tablet cave, again, probably looking for it. And got some Red Bull.
And Mr. is diving Charlock. I don't know if it's because he's hoping to get the level 16 here or not, but we'll see if it will help him for this.
Yeah, it's probably a good move. He has all the stats he needs. He really just needs heal more, so if he can get 16 on the way down, he'll be right there in front of Dragonlord when he gets his spell he needs.
He needs around like 1100 experience points now.
Yeah, which won't take long to get in Charlock. I mean, that's 10 fights maybe. Yeah, it's true beta strip, and especially these wizards. A lot of these enemies will be defense broken with a silver shield. Again, the only problem could be red dragons and armored knights if he fails to run from them. Assuming he tries to run from them, given this attack power, he may not. Seems to be full of wizards, so not too bad of a dive here, as Shoobinator uses his drop, decides not to go in just yet. As Holmes knows, you learn all spells by level 16, so he knows the next level will give him heal more. Oh yeah, definitely beta strip. I mean, he has all the stats he needs, assuming he can make it down with most or all of his resources. Did have to use a couple herbs there, but
still we have red dragons that are causing problems, but even if he gets level 16 on the way, maybe he goes back to rest somewhere and get also his maximum complement of herbs. And here he gets level 16 and heal more.
yep, gets his heal more. Looks like a decent amount of MP on that level, but he will not be able to refill that. Looks like we may have lost Shoobinator's stream, I'm not sure.
Big question is what enemy will be in front of the Dragon Lord?
Yeah, that is a question, but with 143 attack power, I don't think anything's going to give him too much trouble.
Yeah, you might be a bit worried if it's the Red Dragon, but still, with like only one herb remaining, it could be dangerous.
Yeah, he did burn a heal more there. Again, still should be just fine. He only needs about 8 heal mores even without double attacks. Although he's going to have to burn another one here, so now it's getting a little dicey.
But if you're Mr. Holmes, you have to try it. I mean, the worst thing that happens is you die and you have a second try once you get back.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's still fine. He still needs about one double attack, probably, which he should get more than one easily. Although, there goes another heal more. So now he needs at least 2 double attacks. I'm not sure, Canuck. I think he still got it. But maybe not now. Ooh, he likes to run from that armored knight. So trying to save those heal mores. Oof, down to 8 heal mores. Or not 8, 5 heal mores, rather. Yeah, it's going to be a tough fight. He has a chance, but it's very iffy right now. As you see, using the fairy flute because he does not want to waste any of his MP. Golem does not want to stay asleep, though. As we see Shoobinator coming back out of Garen's grave there. I'm not sure what he was diving for. I guess maybe he was looking for the death necklace. Don't know if he got it or not. Oh, and he's going to fight without healing up. This is one of those situations where I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. If you walk it back, you probably run into a red dragon. But if you start the fight this low on health, I'm not sure if it's enough. I don't know. I don't think he's going to yellow hurt more. He may if he doesn't think he's going to win, but...
We're starting 15.
Yep, 15 is good. That's about average, I guess. 14 and then 19. I think he's at 63. That'll put him up to 83. With 20 there. And then 94. $105. Oh, and there goes the hurt more. Nope. Yeah, he just wasn't quite there. I think he needed 1 or 2 more attacks.
Second try should be fine, as long as Mr. Holmes gets enough heal mores, 2 Dragon Lord. It shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I think he was at 105, I believe. If he'd healed up, he would probably got 2 attacks. Maybe 3. I mean, that might have put him around 150. He still had a chance. Personally, I probably would have gone for it rather than throwing out a hurt more, but... He had a little...
on the other side, the gold grind, I'm like, he's going to get the silver shield right now.
Yeah, he did decide his agility, his defense is not quite high enough. Yeah, triple in the final round, he would have had about 100 health. That's possible. I mean, 3 attacks on 100 health. Yeah, I mean, I guess he would have needed 3 physicals probably from Dragon Lord in order to pull that out, but... Yeah, you're right, Betastrap. He probably is. I should never doubt Holmes' statistical calculations. But looks like he's going for a second dive, assuming he can make it down with a decent amount of resources. He should be fine here. Got a lot of extra MP to burn.
Yeah, and also he doesn't need to get in some fights now. He'll just take the fights that he thinks are dangerous for him to run away, and now he just has to focus on just going to the Dragon Lord.
Yep, that's true. Although I think the fights that were dangerous to run away from are the ones that gave him the trouble the last time. The easy wizard fights weren't too much, didn't really burn up too many resources. Yeah, if Fort Murdo's hit, it's I believe 50 to 65. Actually, I don't recall the range. Maybe 58 to 65, if I remember right. Not sure. But it's the same on all enemies. If it does happen to hit Dragon Lord, that's how much damage it will do. Just that it only has about a 6% chance of it actually hitting. I've definitely seen Hurtmore hit and not quite kill the Dragon Lord before, and the racer lose, so that has happened in a tournament race.
But you have to, sometimes you just don't have a choice, so Hurtmore is the only possibility that you see to be able to beat this fight, so you have to use that.
Yeah, sometimes it's the only shot, and like I said, I've seen it hit and still not kill the Dragon Lord, because not quite enough damage, but it is rare for it to hit, but sometimes that's your only choice. If you know your attacks aren't going to get you there, then better take a 6% chance than a 0% chance.
Looks like Shoobinator will go to do a next night ride in Askness.
Yeah, looks like Shoob's going to grind on this Axe Knight here, like Holmes did earlier. Holmes, you're just handing out crits left and right on these red dragons. Yeah, looks like Holmes did burn one heal more on the way down. But he still has plenty for now if he can make it around this floor. Yep, speak too soon. Carminator's curse. There he has to burn another one. As he reaches level 17, let's see what he gets out of here. 1 power, 6 speed. 3 hit points, non-magic. So, not a lot of help there. But I don't think he was really expecting that to help much.
as we see the stats on Mr. Home's side, you see all green. So, like, I don't think he expects to have much trouble against the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, he should be perfectly fine now. 144 attack power. He needs about 8 heal mores, assuming no double attacks. And he has 9 currently. As you can see, he's not even putting the golem to sleep. He's pretty confident that he's got it. And even burns another heal mover for fighting Dragon Lord.
And Shoobinator gets level 15.
Yep, Shoob's going to be disappointed to learn he did not get heal more just yet. Notice Holmes healing at 50, knowing that he's not going to overheal. No sense in, no advantage to taking another attack without healing. Yeah, is anything under 54, he's not going to waste any heal more power on. And there you go, Holmes has done it. Get out your GGs. Congratulations, Mr. Holmes, on defeating the Dragon Lord and restoring peace to Alefgard.
And Mr. Holmes finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 15 seconds. And Shoobinator has forfeited from the race.
Interesting. Alright, so I guess Shoobinator, knowing he had to grind at least one more level to have a chance at it, decides to call it a day.
We're still going on. I'm wondering, he wants to know how high he needs to get to those levels, but honestly, level 16 heal more is not something you really like to find.
Yeah, level 16 heal more, it's especially when you have the stats at probably level 14 or 15.
So that means that Mr. Holmes goes to 2-1, and Shoobinator falls to 1-2. So, and like, 2-1 means that he'll at least at worst get a tiebreaker, the second win. But the third win would make sure that he would be in the bracket, though.
Yeah, I believe it's 3 wins to be guaranteed the bracket. This means Shoobinator needs to sweep the rest of his races. I believe we have Shoobinator joining us in chat.
So, what was your first comment once you saw that Healmore was you had Healmore at level 1?
Yeah, it looks like he's in the room. There he is. I was asking what was your reaction to finding Hurtmore at level 1?
This is going to be too quick.
And yeah, it was pretty fast. 115 or 114, I guess, for Holmes to finish. It was a pretty fast seed.
Yeah, I'm a little annoyed that, that I ended up being much lower in that gold, that I had to do a second gold grind.
Yeah, I noticed that Red Dragon took you out there when you had your full gold.
I was pretty pissed.
Yeah, that does happen, but I guess you decided it was a little bit risky to not save before looking for the items, but it does save time. I guess that's the trade-off sometimes.
Yeah, there's 3 nearby towns, so I'm like, yeah.
But you always know the fun police are happy to take your gold away from you.
That is true, but I didn't know there was a red dragon there.
Yeah, I don't remember if we'd seen one there before that or not. I don't recall.
There was some early, that probably hurt. And I think we have Mr. Holmes also.
You think correctly.
Go ahead, Mr. Holmes. I'm gonna go quiet while I finish.
Sounds good. It's suffering right till the end.
I can't undone because I can't get back in anymore.
Oh, that's annoying. Well, just get it finished up.
Yeah, I think once the race is finished, it won't let you rejoin.
Classic SRL.
So, Mr. Holmes, I know you were talking on the SRL chat about the fact that Cole was nowhere. Like, once you knew that the armor wasn't Cole, what were you thinking about? Okay, where did I check?
Yeah, it's mostly just there's so many open paths on the second continent. It's just follow that, and it led to this huge mass of different areas that I just kept walking, and eventually I think I explored all of it, and then I found it. But just what's going through my head is, wow, that's a lot of open space, and, well, I know it has to be there, so I gotta keep looking.
Yeah, that was my thoughts too.
Yeah, that's for sure. With the armor there, you're gonna need that armor to fight Dragon Lord. How about that heal more at level 16? It looked like you were pretty close on stats around 14, but just no heal more.
Yeah, and I kind of put myself in a very awkward situation. in that I had everything I needed, and so I didn't really want to explore either the mountain cave or the grave for the death necklace. And I
Wasn't
figured...
lucrative.
Sorry?
It was not lucrative.
Yeah, like... And I was getting worried when we had low MP and high attack power, but I basically just said, alright, I'm going to keep grinding till I learn heal more, and maybe we won't need it. And it might have helped me with my first failed fight, I don't know, but...
Yeah, I don't think either of you checked the Charlock Treasury. I believe Shoob did explore Mountain Cave and Garen's Grave, but didn't find it there.
Oh yeah, I didn't check Rimalder either.
I think it was a torch.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess it was in the treasury, but I mean, with that last floor of Charlock, I wasn't exactly in a mood to take an extra 40 steps. But yes, in case you're wondering what my dive at level 16 was, in that last zone it was Red Dragon, Armored Knight, Red Dragon, Red Dragon, Red Dragon, Red Dragon, Red Dragon, Armored Knight. Something like that. And then the golem kept waking up in the mini-boss fight, and it was just... I only had 4 heal wars when I was fighting the Dragon Lord. It's like, well, let's try anyway.
Yeah, Rimaldar would look like it was the fighter's ring.
Oh, interesting.
I guess I didn't check it either.
Yeah. But I mean...
Oh, and the death necklace was actually in the vanilla sword spot, so...
Oh, that's so mean.
That's kind of good, because I was about to go check those.
Right. Yeah, come on, Magru. Giving spoilers here. Just kidding.
Yeah, not really a spoiler when the race is over.
True story. But yeah, considering that we got Hurtmore and the sword was very easily accessible, that seed was incredibly painful. Like, it's about as difficult as it could be, with red dragons, blue dragons absolutely everywhere.
I kept finding a lot of mid-range enemies lying around Continent too.
Yeah, there was a good zone for that. Right outside Garenham, there were Droll Magi's and Wraiths and I think Spectres. But as soon as you start going north, it was red dragons again. Around Hawksness and Charlock, there were red dragons. Around Rimalder, there were red dragons. In the Swamp Cave, there were armored knights. It was just, they were everywhere.
I think what you're saying is there are dragons.
Yes, there will be dragons. So, I mean, that pretty much sums it up. You had to just suffer through all these enemies you can't necessarily kill but can't run away from. Right until the very end.
So you moved to 2-1. What do you think about the potential opponents that you could get in the next round?
Well, I was taking a look yesterday, I think, and just there are so many people that could very easily be 3-0, and people who have been in the top 10 of past tournaments. So whoever I get, I will not be able to take it easy, and anyone in there can beat me. So nervous anticipation would be the way of looking at it.
Yes, the downside of being good.
Well, that'll happen. You gotta beat the best to be the best, right?
That's usually how it goes.
But yeah, it would be nice just to get a win in the next round so I don't have to worry too much about the next round. Just punching my ticket to the bracket round. Whether I get a bye or not, it's not a big deal. But it just would be nice to not have it come down to the 5th race.
Shoobinator, you move to 1 and 2. What is you thinking about knowing that the next match will be against people who have around the same record as you?
For me? Yeah, I won one and lost one, and I came in late, so whoever I get is whoever I get. Even if it's Game Boy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what Game Boy is 1 and 2 now?
Yeah, he was away this week, so he had to take a forfeit.
Yeah, and I'm aware I was supposed to race him, so unfortunately he couldn't make it.
Unfortunately, but good for you.
This is true because it would have been a tough match.
Oh, man. Well, I don't have a heck of a lot to offer here. I'm very tired. Like many places, there are forest fire smoke blowing through, so my allergies are kind of acting up on me.
Oh yes, the entire western seaboard being on fire can be a problem.
No kidding.
Yeah, it really puts it into perspective that the fires are so massive that it can basically block out the sun 1,000 kilometers away.
Did
Which
it
is
really just
crazy.
do 20 damage to this guy?
Which guy was that?
Dragon Lord?
Oh yeah, I had something stupid like that too, where I did like a 23, and that was at level 17. I shook my fist really hard.
I'm level 16.
Yeah, that should be good enough.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think probably 14, maybe 15 was probably the stats were good enough. You just didn't have heal more.
Well, and yeah, if you could make it to the Dragon Lord, it all depends on whether you can get through the gauntlet.
Yeah, there was that whole swarm of red dragons in the bottom couple floors. So
Even they felt like they were 2 out of 5 in the middle zone as well.
Ow.
Anyway, thanks so much for hopping in, Magru. Thanks to Ali, and let me get the initials right. OPT. Thanks for you guys. Thanks for showing up, Shoobs. And have a great day, everyone.
You're welcome. And I am also pretty glad to have shown up. Even I really thought that I was going to have at least somewhat of a chance, especially since I got very fast levels, but yeah, it didn't turn out so well.
yeah, you weren't too far behind. You were 1 level behind, which 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah, but I thought I went out the gates pretty darn fast.
Yeah, it's the bad luck with the red dragon taking your gold and probably a few other things. It happens. You both raced a good race. And yes, red dragons were 2 out of 5 actually on the bottom, the middle and the bottom floors of Sharlock.
Ouch. Wow. That sounds very painful.
Yes, along with armored knights on the bottom floor as well. So yeah, gave MisterHomes a little bit of trouble with having only 78 agility, I believe, at level 16.
Yeah, it's kind of why I am not retrying. And I was a strength agility build, right?
I believe so. That's what we had you labeled as anyway.
Yeah, that's what it was showing for the stats, and like from what I've seen, the math worked out, so it must be strength and agility.
All right, that's good. Yeah, just too much exploration on my end. I even miswrote down the coordinates. I forgot if it didn't allow me to go east from where I was. I would have searched where that water was and been like, Oh, why? And then after that, searched on the west side.
Well, on the bright side, at least it was only 8 steps apart, those 2 spots.
That is true.
All right, so I guess it looks like we're going to be joining Speed Gaming with the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament after this broadcast. I guess unless anyone else has anything to add, we'll go ahead and sign off.
It was fun commenting. I was like, okay, it's my first time, so I was a lot nervous, but it's still fun to watch and like see other runners take this seed every time.
Yeah, you did well. That was a pretty good show here, and you only get better by practice. So anyway, I guess we'll sign off here, send you over to Zelda 1 Randomizer, and to quote Fron Burgundy, may your moves be excellent, and may your seeds be classy. Have a good evening, everyone.